Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, respected viewers. My name is Dr. Mohammad Shanwaz Adil, and now in this session we are going to talk about another topic, that is communication style of charismatic leadership. What are different ways, in fact, through which they can communicate their message to their subordinates. One very important method, and that we found in the industry, and that is leadership by inspiration. By virtue of the concept of charismatic leadership, if you identify the person is having a very good, attractive and charming and very decent personality, you will always identify there are a number of people who are going to abide by his or her instruction automatically. In fact, they are actually inspired by his or her personality. So in fact, this situation is further accumulated by the sense when the leaders, they are going to articulate, I use the word, they are going to articulate their statements or messages in such a manner they are going to have a target toward their specific set of audience. For instance, if the leader is communicating certain points, for example, they would like to institutionalize some kind of organizational change. So definitely, if the audience, they are not very much highly qualified audience, for example, in fact, the leader is talking about the organizational change in a kind of factory workers, blue collar job type of people. So definitely the leaders must need to articulate his or her words or message so that it will automatically and easily be understood or comprehended by the audience. So inspiration is very important, you can say leadership style, or through which you can also communicate your message and inspire or may last a good impression on your subordinates. Second one, that is the leadership by storytelling. This is very much relevant in a crisis kind of situation. For example, if the top management or the leadership is very much interested to implement an organization-wide giant, you can say, IT type of system, for example, SAP or JD Edwards, PeopleSoft, Oracle Financial, or some other very expensive ERP type of system. So definitely you must need to inculcate, you must need to bring, you must need to create enough sense of urgency before you are going to get it implemented. So for this, you must need to articulate your words. This is very important in order to remain inspired by your, you can say, your different emotional messages. But it is equally important to identify different disaster summary videos, or you can also explain based on your prior experiences, maybe from the same organization, maybe some other organization, or different exposure in particular, having different cultural background, that if we are not going to follow these kind of things, what could happen after a certain period of time. So with the help of storytelling, this is a very good tactic to make somebody's understand, and definitely if you are going to align or encapsulate your attractive style of storytelling to the audience, followed by the well articulated pieces of statements, definitely you will be very, you can say, found very easy to last a good impression, and definitely this is the fundamental inbuilt ideas of being charismatic leaders. The last one is very much common, especially in the 21st century and especially nowadays, and that is, you can say, you communicate a number of your points, your ideas, maybe on daily basis, and sometimes multiple times in a daily basis through the social networking. So social networking is a very simple and easy to use, and normally it is accessible by a number of people, whether the person is well educated or not educated. The person is in fact responsible to making decision in the organization, a person is responsible to follow the instruction in the organization, the person is working in the organization, or person is simply a student and studying in a school, colleges or university. Everybody having the access to the social media, social networking type of sites such as Twitter, Facebook, WhatsApp, and some other things. So the central idea is that instead of communicating one by one in the organization, the person, the leader, charismatic leader, they are very fond of using well articulated story type of or personal arguments based on some plausible justification on this social media networking, so that they are going to communicate their main idea roaming around his brain to their respective audience. Okay, thank you very much. In this session, we talked about what are different communication style of charismatic leadership. So thank you very much, and I see you in another video with some different topic.